Yate, Shea, Greg Bigman, and Shea. Today, I'm going to take a step back from politics and we're going to do something different. I'm going to make some traditional Navajo food. In fact, very traditional. These are Navajo Bluecorn cakes. I got this recipe from my dad. It's very good. I'm going to show you a few cheats on how to do it. Here are a list of ingredients that you need. I hope you enjoy it. All right, several things we'll need to get started today. Well, first, get yourself a good spoon. Secondly, we got to get some water boiling, get the water boiling, and we'll need some blue corn. So this will need to be sifted fine, so that way what happens when you don't sift it is that the cake doesn't hold together very well. So in order to have a nice, good dough, this is how you make dough. So after sifting the corn, there's several things that are the next step. One is putting in juniper ash. Juniper ash can be purchased from your local flea market or down the street. Some places have it, trading posts. You can find them in those areas, but juniper ash also does something very unique, is that it makes the cake become more darker blue. Other things that you can add optional for flavor is salt and sugar. So put it into your taste, just how you like it. Usually with the, anytime you're baking, mixing while you're dry, you want to make sure you mix it in a little bit so that way you have more consistency when you're cooking it. So here, just mix it in your water with your dough, flour and your dough now. The key part is having very, very hot water. You'll see that the consistency will be like Play-Doh. So if you had Play-Doh when you were a little kid, that's how the consistency should be. All right, here's my little cheat. I put this into the microwave for about a minute, and this allows it to get the nice consistency. All right, next we'll need a skillet for this. Iron gets really hot, so it's best to use an iron pan. Next is having this grill get really hot, but also you want to boil some water, and it's good to add some salt. Some salt will add to the flavor at the very end. So this recipe was passed down from my dad, from my nali, Marjorie Bigman, that helped provide this recipe. So thank you, Nali. All right, just roll this out to maybe about a 1/4 inch consistency. And if you want to be Navajo, a lot of us don't have cookie cutters, so we just use a glass. So just roll it out and to that thickness and try to have it as even as possible. What also helps is having wax paper underneath, so that way it's very easy to remove. So this is silicone, so it should be fairly easy to remove afterwards. After that, you just get your circles and you throw them onto the grill. With these cakes, it'll get very crispy brown on the other side, and they'll kind of lift up on themselves. And what you'll notice sometimes is that sometimes the heat will come up on the other side. So here you can see now it's starting to brown up on the other side, and that's when you can flip it over and it's ready to go. I think this heat here is really high, but that's how you want it to look, is a little crispy on the outside. One time what I did is I made some sausage, looped it around the same size, and then I fried some eggs and put it on top, and I had a blue corn open face sandwich. Thing was amazing. You could even add a little bit of cilantro peppers on the top and julienne them. Very good. So here, just dipping it in water so that way it gets a little salty flavor on the outside. And then you want to make sure you put it onto a cookie rack, because if you put it on anything else, what it will do is actually get a little doughy. So this allows it to cool and gives it some flavor as well. So what we're going to do now to complement the corn cakes is we're going to make some Navajo chai tea. So this is some picked Navajo tea. My grandma would wrap it in the same way. So just boil the water. Tea here, we probably want to boil for about maybe 3 to 5 minutes. So what we're going to do is just mix this with some milk and kind of make it like a latte style. All right, so here we're just going to froth up the milk here. This is a frother, and basically just thickens up the milk and allows it to kind of have a frothy taste to mix in with the chai tea. All right, the water is now nice and boiled and hot there, and you can add several sweeteners to it. You can use your sugar. Today what we're going to use is some honey here, so we're going to add roughly about a teaspoon of it. And just adds just a different flavor. You know, they say honey's better for your immune system. And this is some of the milk that we frothed earlier. And we'll just season this with a little bit of cinnamon, and this will be done. And there you have it, Navajo chai tea with some Navajo traditional corn cakes. All right, thank you for watching. Make sure to please like and subscribe. Also, you can join us at bigmanforpresident.com. Continue to monitor and see our feeds on facebook.com as well, and also our Instagram. Thank you.